let's just break down what exactly does this deal actually means and why Macron's visit to India really matters a lot. Now, it is the mega Rafale deal and it could actually reshape defense. That is something that the government very keenly is looking at. When we look at pushing to rebalance the global alliances, that is also something that India and France, both of them at the moment, are looking at doing. The joint stand beyond the US-China tech axis, that is also something that has been playing on the minds of at least India. AI cooperation, which is also something that both the countries have been speaking about, both the leaders have been speaking about at various places. Indo-Pacific strategy gets the momentum. That is also something that we will see happening once this deal is being signed. In fact, as my colleague also pointed out, one of the things that we have seen over the past few days is the Atmanirbhar push that the government has been given. Atmanirbhar Rafale, that is something that the government at the moment is looking at, the production transfer agreement between Dassault Aviation and the Indian firm. So that's the kind of technology change that we will be seeing very closely. India, very, very firm to set up a production facility in Hyderabad. That is what the government and Prime Minister Modi time and again have been pushing for, that we need production to happen in India. Key structural sections that will make sure that the manufacturing is being done by the Indian firm. First sections likely to roll off. The assembly line will actually take place in 2028, which means that we will see the production happening. We will see the products coming out. The assembly line will be up and shooting by 2028. The facility is expected to deliver up to 2 complete products by next month. So that is something that we will see happening. So this is something that the government had been pushing for. Yes, we do need the technology, but we also need production to happen in India. So that is something that we will see happening in our country now. Now, it's the French President Emmanuel Macron who's in India, and this visit could actually redefine the defense partnership between the two countries. From Rafale jets to missile manufacturing, big-ticket defense deals, all of them are on the table. Watch this full report.
गणतंत्र दिवस के खास मेहमान फ्रांस के राष्ट्रपति श्री इमैनुअल मैक्रोन,
President Macron and
Just 2 years ago, the French president was the chief guest at the Republic Day parade.
of France.
A year before that, Prime Minister Modi oversaw a tri-services Indian contingent march at the Bastille Day parade in Paris. And now Emmanuel Macron's 4th visit to India is set to accelerate relations between India and France, and not just diplomatically. From fighter jets to missiles, helicopters to boots on the ground, the defense partnership is entering a new, more muscular phase. At least 4 major deals are expected to be signed during this visit. And together, they send out an unambiguous signal. India is not just buying, it is building. First, a joint venture between Bharat Electronics Limited and France Safran to manufacture Hammer precision-guided missiles in India. Second, Tata and Airbus deepen their partnership with the H-125 flight utility helicopter. The final assembly line at Vemagal in Karnataka will be virtually inaugurated by the defense ministers of the two countries. Third, the headline grabber, 114 Rafale fighter aircrafts. For the first time ever, Rafale jets will be manufactured outside France and in India. And fourth, a strategic step forward, reciprocal deployment of officers between the Indian Army and the French land forces. The Rafale deal is the cherry on top. For the first time ever, the advanced 4.5G aircraft will be manufactured outside France. And that's not all. Nearly half the aircraft components will be locally sourced, a huge leap for Atmanirbhar Bharat.
We are seeking a minimum of 40 to 50%. I think they've already offered something close to 40%, but our intent is to take it to as close to 50 plus as possible, and we are confident that we can negotiate that. So first time Make in India Rafale outside France, backed up by a government-to-government agreement, no intermediaries, no full transparency in the project itself. So Make in India, G2G, significant levels of localization, full authority to integrate Indian weapons and Indian systems.
On the 17th of February, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will co-chair the 6th India-France Annual Defence Dialogue with France's Minister of the Armed Forces and Veterans Affairs in Bengaluru. This ministerial level meeting will assess the entire gamut of bilateral defense and security cooperation with special emphasis on expanding industrial collaboration. A defense cooperation agreement is expected to be renewed for another 10 years. The two ministers will also witness the virtual inauguration of the H-125 helicopter assembly line, another strong signal that India wants production, not just procurement. In today's geopolitical churn, the French president's visit and the deals are akin to a seismic wave which is bound to rattle several nations. It is about shifting global power balances and stabilizing supply chains in the aftermath of the Ukraine conflict and tariffs. It is also about cementing France as one of India's most trusted defense partners, independent, technologically advanced, and aligned on Indo-Pacific security. France is now India's second largest defense material supplier. From Mirage 2000, which entered Indian services in the 1980s, to Scorpene submarines. From Rafales to advanced missile systems, including the Scalp cruise missile for deep strike capabilities deployed on Rafale jets. The Hammer Fire and Forget smart air-to-ground missile for precision strikes. Mika air-to-air missile for beyond visual range engagements. Exocet anti-ship missiles deployed on Scorpene-class submarines, and Meteor missile procured for the Rafale fleet. Cooperation on the ground is expanding too. Exercise Shakti between the land armies, Exercise Varun between the navies, and Exercise Garud between the air forces. A new agreement is likely to take the cooperation further, with reciprocal officer deployment. For France, India has also been a testbed for its technology, establishing clear superiority over Pakistan-based Chinese systems during Operation Sindoor. And the latest visit shows the confidence this has generated. With jets made in India, missiles built in India, and helicopters assembled in India. Bureau Report, Business Today TV.